My name is Dustin Thompson, of course, again with Delaware United. This is Coby Owens.
Glad to be here. I'm excited to do this. So, your group's doing amazing things, and whatever I could do to help, please
Awesome.
just always contact me.
Absolutely. All right, so today we're going to talk a little bit about the various levels of state government, kind of what some of the levels do and how people can get involved with them. And then we're going to talk a little bit about the exciting new group, the network, and your position on that, and what you're going to be doing in that pillar.
Okay.
So first, let's kind of give a little bit of overview about that pillar, because I know everybody's super excited about the network. The turnout the other night, if anybody had seen it, massive, over 300 people.
Yeah, we had an amazing turnout. It was a lot of energy in the room. I got there a little late, and we were only expecting 70, 80 people. Got there, we knew the room could fit 225, and there was literally a line around the door, down the stairs, and I'm like, wow, we really did this. So throughout the whole night, there was a ton of energy. The speakers talking about the pillars. Eugene came in, had an amazing speech, just getting more people energized, getting them ready to make a difference. Everyone came out for one reason. That's because they want their voices to be heard. So hopefully we can provide that opportunity for them.
Absolutely. So you have a special place in the network. You're going to be educating people about government, right?
Yes. So my pillar is the electoral policy pillar, and our main focus is voter education. So we're breaking down what each seat entails. So whether it's city council in the city of Wilmington, Newark, Dover, Smyrna, the mayor's office, county exec, county council, what their roles are exactly. So you know who you're voting for and what you're voting for.
All right, so let's discuss the various levels of government that are spread throughout the state. Depending on, of course, on where you live at, city versus the county, there are different levels that you could get involved in, correct? The structure is a little bit differently. So the city has the city council.
Exactly.
Counties tend to have all those RDs that you can get involved in.
So with city council and the RDs, the whole county, Newcastle County, has the Newcastle County Council. So does Kent and Sussex. But we also have Newark, Dover, Wilmington, Smyrna, Georgetown. They all have city councils as well, which are elected positions. Then on the other hand, you have your RD committees, which are basically divided by party. You can either be a registered Democrat, a registered Republican, and you can be a part of your RD, which is broken down by your representative districts. And then within that, people are selected to be a part of their RD committee by their election district. So my election district would be the first representative district and the second election district in that. So 1, 2. And there's one man, one female from each election district. There's usually about 10 to 12 per representative district. Yeah. And then that committee makes up the representative committee for either the city of Wilmington or for one of your county parties as well.
So who can serve on these various committees and councils and things like that?
So for city council, as long as you are 25 years old, and you live in the city of Wilmington for the residency for 2 years, I believe, you can run for city council. Anyone's able to run. Just have to have, put your name out there, file with the election bureau, and you're off and running. I know this was a unique year because of how many people were stepping down, retiring. So it brought on a lot of new people. So we have 7 new council people with 1 returning. So we got to see a whole bunch of new faces this year, which I absolutely loved. Nothing against anyone who was on it before, but it's great
exciting.
To see. Right. Yeah. It's great to see so many people, having the passion to get out there to want to make a difference. And honestly, it takes a lot for yourself to do it. You're putting yourself on the line. And you're going to get scrutinized. You're going to get people who are saying, wait your turn for some of the younger ones. So you have to know within yourself, can I actually do this, and do I actually want to do this?
Yeah, you have to be in it for the right reasons.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, if you're not ready to run a city race or a county race, you can also get involved with your RD committees, which are a little more laid back. It's just anyone can show up to the meetings when they call for the elections, and anyone in that election district can vote for you for your election district. And then from there, leadership positions build out. So if you're running for your ward district, anyone in your ward can vote for you, not just the people who are in your ED.
What can people expect when they go to RD meetings or council meetings?
So with council meetings, usually you're not going to see a lot of debate on the floor. I recommend if you know about an issue going on or a piece of legislation that they're going to be voting on, I would recommend that you go to the committee hearing, which is also open. There they have public comment as well. So if you want to speak on a bill, just to give your input about it, that's where you would go. But on council meetings, it's very little debate, but you hear the first and second readings when they're introducing a bill for the first time, and then it's sent to a certain committee. And then you'll also hear third and final readings, which is when they call for a vote, and you can vote to pass it, decline it, or they can table it. That's pretty much what you see at the council meetings. But in the committees, that's when they have the proper people to speak more in depth about a bill. That's where those meetings take place at. So those meetings are all listed on the website, cityofwilmington.gov. Just go on there and find whatever committee you need.
So why would you suggest, on a personal level, why would you tell somebody, you should really get involved in your RD or you should really get involved in your city or county council?
So my main reasoning is if you see an issue that's not being addressed and you want your voice to be heard, if you think it's a credible issue and something that needs to be changed and affecting people, then go out, put your voice out there. I'm not saying put your face out there, you have to be the only one stand by yourself. But if you know people are in your neighborhood, speak up. Just speak up. That's the city council and the RDs, they're there for the people. They're supposed to be representing what we want. So that's how they know what we want, is by us showing up. And it involves huge turnout sometimes, and sometimes it doesn't. I know during election seasons for the RDs, for both sides, their main goal is to rally in the votes. Make sure that the people in the certain RDs know who your candidates are. Serve at the election, hold the signs, have the shirts on, knock on doors, go canvass, and it's something that your group actually did a lot of this year,
Yes, indeed.
And, I did some with y'all, I was out there canvassing with y'all sometimes too. And, y'all also bring great food. The meatballs were amazing. But, just going out and meeting new people, knocking on doors, that's something I've always liked. I've been doing it literally since I was a baby.
I know at the first, I gotta say, at first I was shaky going up to doors. I gotta say, I was taking some rescue remedy, I don't know if you've ever taken that, but so
people,
I was a little shaky, but after a couple times, 9 times out of 10, or even more than that, you get really polite people that you don't get off of my lawn or whatever, that you would maybe be afraid that it's going to happen. Most of the time, people are very welcoming. I mean, I had people offer me, even if they don't even like the person I'm going there for, oh, you want some water? It's hot out here, can I get you anything? So,
I'd love it. Honestly, I love it.
all right, so I want to jump back to the RDs. So right now, the RDs are getting ready to be restructured as far as committees go. So I just want to talk about that just for a second. So who exactly, I know you said before, it's basically if you're a Democrat and you've been a registered Democrat, you're in your representative district, you can run for that committee, right? So, and it's basically who shows up.
Yes.
If you don't show up, then you don't get to vote for that committee.
Exactly.
If you show up,
you get to vote for it.
Right? It's just that easy. And that's why we've said before, and I'll say it a million times, showing up has to be the first step. You don't show up, everything stops.
Well, I'll say one thing to that. You have to know about it first.
That's true.
You have to know about it because a lot of it is you can't show up if you don't know when or where the meeting is.
Sometimes it is hard to find.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things going on right now.
Exactly.
For example, on the Dell Dem site, if you go to their events, Stephanie Hansen. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you have to find in there exactly.
Which is another beast over there, the special election, which is extremely important here in Delaware. But yeah, that is taking up a lot of time for people. So when these meetings, during the same time, so when these meetings are coming up, people aren't seeing them. And I know that's a issue a lot of people have voiced to me, just by knocking on doors. People want to get involved, but they don't know how to. So I go back to, I write mental notes. I have my phone, I pull out my phone and jot someone's address down. And if they ask me for information about how can they get involved with city council, how can they get involved with a campaign or something, I write their address down and I find the proper information for them because I don't know everything. I use Google a lot, but and I'll take it back to them and I'll break it down to them how I found it, or I'll talk to the right people or contact them, get them in contact with the right people. But the meetings are key, and they have not been scheduled yet, or I would say it right now. But I want to get involved with my RD committee. I'm now old enough to get involved, so that's one of my next steps in my road, my journey through the party.
Yeah, so, and I don't think I mentioned to you this, but we will be doing a tutorial where you will actually see on your computer screen what I'm doing on my screen, and we're going to do a little video tutorial on how to find out who your RD chairperson is, you know, what RD you're in, who your representative, who's your senator, all of that sort of thing, and then of course navigating the Dell Dem site, which is might have to be a video all on its own.
Yeah.
So keep an eye out for that. It'll probably be coming out pretty directly after this, since we're on the top. What is so vital about the representative district? I mean, it's really like the base of your party, right? So I mean, there's a lot of things that they can do. So what are some of the really top things that I know a lot of RDs can endorse during a primary season, right? What are a couple of the other things?
So they can endorse. They're also responsible to finding a voice for them. If they need a new voice, or if someone's stepping down, or just to run someone against someone, against the elected position, they're the ones who are mainly responsible for finding it because they know their area the best. They know exactly what they need and what they like. So when you look at my district is, majority Senate or majority city, but we have some parts of the county. So you have to find that, medium where both sides meet, where both sides can agree on something. A lot of our issues in the city don't affect the county. So whereas, education and crime, are key talking points in the city, economic development and infrastructure are more in the county. So you have to have someone who can work with both sides there. So another thing is making sure that your person gets selected, whatever party you're a part of. Your RD committees are supposed to be, I live in a neighborhood, so I'm going to bring the people on my block together to, meet the candidate, or I may do a little informational session on them so they know who they're voting for and why they need to get out there and vote. So they're really like the base building part of the party. They bring in the people and the voters. So
you have a real opportunity to get more young people and new people and bring, people that have wandered away from the party, to get them re-involved. This time right now is really important with the RDs. It's such a huge chance that we can really start something awesome and really build on what we have had and bring back the success of the party by bringing in those new voices. Thank you so much for coming out.
Thank you for inviting me.
That way we don't run a 45, 60-minute interview here. Thank you so much.
Take care, man.
Absolutely.